Tabi had lied to her 3 million followers that she is going on a vacation to Dubai. Meanwhile, she was in a hotel sipping Coke in a wine glass pretending it is champagne. The hotel staff knocked on the door and told her the 1 hour she booked has expired. She left the hotel hiding her face so that she will not be seen by her followers. She got home and entered her one-room apartment in the trenches, while a girl saw her and videoed her. The girl's name was Saad. She lived 2 doors away from Tabi. She was small and sharp, with bright eyes that missed nothing. She held her phone low, near her waist, and the screen glowed like a small moon. She whispered to her friend on a voice note, "I told you, she is always coming back to this place. She is not in Dubai at all." The voice note flew away like a tiny bird. Tabi did not hear it. Her mind was full and her heart was tired. She closed her door and the thin wood shook in the frame. Inside the room, the air was hot. Tabi took off her heels. Her feet hurt. She looked at the wine glass in her bag, still sticky from Coke, and she laughed a sad laugh. The laugh was small, like a cough. She placed the glass on the table and stood in front of the mirror. The mirror had a crack. Cut her face into 2, a happy face on one side, a tired face on the other. She opened her phone. The likes were flying. Hearts, comments, fireworks emojis, airplane emojis. "You look rich, queen. Safe flight. When you reach Dubai, do live video." Tabi smiled with her mouth. Her eyes did not smile. She typed, "Thank you, my people, boarding now." She used 3-star emojis and a white heart. She took a photo of the hotel curtain and posted it as the airport lounge. She wrote, "Private lounge is so calm. God did it." She used a shining star sticker to cover the hotel logo at the edge of the curtain. Then she put the phone down and sat on the bed. Her bed was small but clean. A pink bedsheet covered it, with tiny white clouds printed all over. On the shelf there were cameras, a ring light, 2 wigs, 1 straight, 1 curly, and a small box of makeup. Above the shelf was a vision board. It had pictures of tall buildings, bright beaches, gifts in gold paper, and a big word in the middle, believe. Tabi looked at the board and felt her chest twist. She did believe. She believed she could rise. She believed she could leave this hot room and never return. She also believed she was running out of time. The knock came soft at first, like a shy child. Tabi jumped and looked at the door. "Who is there?" she asked. "It is me, Mama Peace," the landlady said. Tabi stood and opened the door a little. Mama Peace was a heavy woman with a wrapper tied high and a scarf around her head. Her face was kind sometimes, but not today. She said, "My daughter, the rent is 3 months late. I am patient, but my patience is not long like the river Niger. When will you pay?" Tabi swallowed. "Soon, Mama Peace. A brand will pay me next week. I will settle you." Mama Peace looked around the room. She saw the ring light and the wigs and the camera. She said, "You are a star online, but the stars must also pay rent on earth. Do not shame me, pay me." Then she left, her slippers slapping the corridor. Tabi shut the door and leaned on it. Her heart beat fast. She opened her phone and checked her messages. A brand had sent half payment last month, then went quiet. Another brand said, "We love your page, but we want real travel photos, not stock images. Can you shoot in Dubai or Cape Town?" She had replied, "Yes, I can. I travel a lot." It was a lie. The lie felt like a stone in her mouth. Her best friend Kamsi called. Kamsi lived across town and worked in a salon. She did hair, she did nails, she also did prayers. She said, "Tabi, did you land?" Tabi closed her eyes. "Yes," she said, "the plane was smooth, thank God." Kamsi was quiet. "Tabi, your voice is inside a small room, it is not inside an airport. Are you okay?" Tabi sat on the bed. She wanted to tell the truth, but the words felt like heavy doors. She said, "I am fine." Kamsi sighed. "I will come tomorrow," she said. "I will bring food. Do not run from me." Tabi said okay and ended the call. Saad and her friend Ruth sat on a broken step, looking at Sada's phone. The video was clear. It showed Tabi in a simple gown, entering the compound with her head down. No airport, no Dubai, only dust and a bent gate. Ruth said, "Post it on your story. We will go viral." Saad bit her lip. She liked Tabi sometimes. Tabi used to give old wigs to the girls in the compound. Tabi once helped Saada's mother with medicine money. Saada's heart pulled left and right. She said, "I will not post yet. I will keep it. Maybe I will use it later if she insults me." Ruth laughed and said, "You are wise." Night came fast. Tabi set her phone on the ring light and pressed record. Her smile grew on her face like a mask. "Hello, my loves," she said. "I just landed, but I am tired. Tomorrow I will show you my hotel room in Dubai. Please like and share." She waved, and the crack in the mirror showed again, but the camera did not see it. She added a filter that made her skin glow and her eyes bright. She posted the video and the comments ran in like rain. After posting, she turned off the light and lay down. She tried to sleep. The fan's scratch sound counted the minutes. Her mind was a room full of voices. Pay rent. Post more. Smile more. Do not cry. What if they find out? What if Mama Peace shouts in the corridor? What if the brand cancels? What if I never leave this room? She rolled to one side and hugged her pillow. She did not cry. She had learned to hold her tears like eggs. In the dark, she whispered, "God, help me." Then she slept a thin sleep. Morning was bright and rude. Tabi woke up and reached for her phone. Notifications filled the screen. One message from a brand. One from Kamsi. One from a man named Hex. She frowned at that name. He was a manager for some influencers. He dressed sharp, he talked smooth, he smiled like a knife. His message said, "I can get you a fake travel package, airport shots, hotel shots, beach shots, all clean, all safe, 50% upfront, do you want?" Tabi felt her stomach twist. She typed, "How much?" He replied fast, 250,000. She looked at her bank app. It showed a number that made her chest cold. She typed, "Can I pay in parts?" Hex sent a voice note, "My dear, I like you, but I am not a charity. Pay half today, then we move. Let me know by noon." Someone knocked again. Tabi opened the door. It was Saad. She held a small bowl of jollof rice with fried fish on top. "Good morning, Sister Tabi," she said. "My mother said to bring you food." Tabi smiled for real. "Thank you, Saad. God bless your mother." Saad stepped one foot into the room and looked around. She saw the vision board and the cracked mirror and the wigs on the shelf. She said, "Sister Tabi, are you really in Dubai?" Questions sat in the air like a fly. Tabi's hand shook. She almost dropped the bowl. She laughed a small laugh and said, "Yes, I am in Dubai in my heart." Saad smiled a half smile. She said, "I like your videos, they make me feel I can be big." Tabi looked into the girl's eyes and felt something heavy and soft, like a wet blanket. She said, "You will be big, Saad. Do not give up." Saad nodded and left. When Saad reached the corridor, Ruth pulled her aside. "Did you tell her?" Ruth asked. Saad shook her head. Ruth rolled her eyes. "You are too soft. Post the video." Saad said, "Not yet." Tabi ate 3 spoons of rice and left the rest for later. She opened her phone and called the brand. "Hello, sir," she said, "about the Dubai campaign." The man on the phone spoke fast. "We need real-time posts from Dubai Mall and Burj Khalifa. We will cross-check your geotags. We will pay the rest when we confirm. Can you deliver by Friday?" Tabi looked at the calendar. Today was Monday. Friday was close like a breath. She said, "Yes, I can." The man said, "Good, do not fail us." She ended the call and sat very still. The room felt smaller. The air felt thicker. She stood and took the curly wig from the shelf. She brushed it. She put it on a stand and stared at it. She said to herself, I will do what I must. Then she sent Hex a message, I will pay half by noon. The salon, Kamsi was curling a customer's hair and watching Tabi's story on mute. She saw the fake lounge photo. She saw the comments. She frowned. She sent another message, my friend, please let me visit you today. Tabi replied, later, I am busy. Kamsi prayed under her breath, God, cover her. Then she kept working. By noon, Tabi stood in front of a small money transfer shop. The sign read, Global Link. Inside, a fan blew hot air and a radio played old songs. She paid Hex the money. She felt as if she had given away a piece of her breath. After she sent the money, Hex replied, good girl. Come to this address at 4 p.m. Wear what I tell you. Bring your makeup. Come alone. 4. Tabi reached a studio behind a tall fence. The gate man asked, who do you want? She said, Hex. The man called someone and then opened the gate. Inside there were backdrops in many colors, green, white, blue, and a room with sand on the floor that looked like a beach. A tall light made everything bright. Hex walked in, wearing black, smiling his knife smile. He said, welcome to the world where anything is true if you post it well. Tabi smiled with only her lips. She asked, is this safe? He said, safe, yes, if you pay the rest on time and keep quiet. She nodded. They started. They put a white backdrop and placed 2 airport chairs. They set a small bag with the Emirates tag. They gave her a passport cover with a fake gold logo. Smile, Hex said. Tabi smiled. Look tired but rich, Hex said. Tabi made her eyes heavy and her mouth soft. Good, Hex said. Click, click, click. Camera sang. They moved to the beach room. They brought a big shell and a fake coconut drink with a tiny umbrella. They turned on a fan to blow her hair. Laugh like the wind is telling you a joke, Hex said. Tabi laughed. For a moment, she forgot the hot room, the rent, the crack in the mirror, and she laughed like a child. Then she remembered and her heart pinched again. After 2 hours, Hex showed her the photos. They looked real. The shadows were soft, the light was sweet, the colors were bright. He said, we will add Dubai skyline, we will add hotel windows, we will add water reflections, all clean. Post the first photo tonight. Send me the remaining money by Wednesday. Tabi said, Wednesday is tough. He looked at her and his smile did not reach his eyes. He said, do not make me wait. On her way home, the sky turned pink. A soft breeze moved the trees. People walked past with bags, with babies, with jokes. Tabi held her phone and looked at the first photo. She felt 2 feelings inside her chest. One feeling was hope. Maybe this will help. Maybe the brand will pay. Maybe I will pay rent. Maybe I will be free. The other feeling was fear. What if they catch me? What if someone sees the studio? What if the sand is the wrong color? What if Saad posts her video? When she entered the compound, Saad was sitting on the step again. She looked up and smiled small. Sister Tabi, welcome. Tabi smiled back and touched the girl's shoulder. Thank you. She entered her room and locked the door. She washed her face, fixed her wig, and turned on the ring light. She posted 1 beach photo and wrote, my loves, day 1 in Dubai, I am so happy. God is faithful. She added a little heart. The likes ran in. Her heart ran with them. That night, a new message came. It was from a page named The Real Streets. They posted gossip and secrets. They wrote, is Dubai girl really in Dubai? A video came under the words. It showed a girl who looked like Tabi entering a trench compound in the evening. The girl kept her head down. The video was not very clear, but the shape was right, the walk was right, the small bag was right. Comments began. Some said, no, it is not her. Some said, it is her, see the hair. Some said, haters will hate, leave her alone. Some said, she is fake like all of them. Page tagged Tabi and asked, care to explain? Tabi's phone shook in her hand. She felt her neck grow warm. She locked the screen and put the phone on the bed. She stood very still, like a tree in strong wind. Then she took a deep breath. She opened the phone again. She typed a reply, "That is not me, I am in Dubai, stop spreading lies." She posted the reply and added a photo of a city view that Hex had sent. Lights, glass, sky, tall buildings. Comments split like a river meeting a rock. Kamsi called at once. "Tabi, where are you? Say the truth." Tabi looked at the cracked mirror and said, "I am safe." Kamsi said, "I am coming." Tabi said, "Not now." Kamsi said, "I am coming." Saad sat with Ruth. Ruth was smiling a big smile. She said, "I told you. The real streets posted your video." Saada's mouth opened. She did not post it. She had not sent it to anyone except Ruth. She turned and looked at her friend's face. Ruth was still smiling. Saad felt a small pain in her chest. "Why did you send it?" she asked. Ruth shrugged. "We need followers too," she said. Saad looked down at her hands. They felt dirty. She said, "I did not want to hurt her." Ruth said, "She lives a fake life, she is already hurting herself." Saad did not answer. Inside the room, Tabi walked left and right. Her head felt full, like it had swallowed smoke. She opened her vision board. She took the picture of the beach and held it. She spoke softly, "I will not drown. I will swim. I will swim even if the water is hot." She put the picture back and sat on the bed. She texted Hex, "They are posting videos, will this cause trouble?" Hex replied, "Do not panic. Post more Dubai. Drown the noise. And pay me on Wednesday." She opened the brand chat and sent one photo. She wrote, "Today at the mall, more tomorrow." The brand replied with a thumbs up and a clock emoji. She did not know if the clock meant patience or pressure. Felt like pressure. Later, Tabi sat still and watched the door. A shadow stopped outside. A soft knock came. She did not answer. The knock came again, a little louder. She stood and opened the door a little. It was Saad. The girl's face was worried. "Sister Tabi," she said, "I am sorry." Tabi stared at her. "Sorry for what?" Saad looked at her feet. "I did not post the video, but someone did. I think my friend sent it to that page. I am sorry." Tabi held the door. Her hand felt cold. She looked at Saada's eyes. They were wet. Tabi took a slow breath. She wanted to shout. She wanted to cry. She did not do either. She said, "Thank you for telling me. Go home now. Lock your door. Be careful with friends." Saad nodded, wiped her eyes, and left. When the corridor was quiet again, Tabi closed the door and leaned on it. Her knees felt weak. She slid down and sat on the floor. She held her phone and opened her page. Comments kept coming. Some hearts, some knives. She scrolled and scrolled until the words became a blur. Then she put the phone down and whispered, "God, please. Help me tell the truth without losing myself. Help me stand without falling. Help me know which step is safe." That moment, a new message lit the screen. It was from a user named Mr. Glass. The message said, "I know where your photos were taken. Pay me and I will keep quiet. Do not pay me and I will show everyone." He added a picture of the studio gate with the bent sign. Her breath caught. She stared at the photo. Then the fan scratched again like a warning.